Hello, everybody. Jay Mason here. Welcome to our page, and this is my version of what is my why. So, a lot of you have seen Mum's go live this afternoon. Why is my why my why? And there's been a bunch of us doing these go lives, so it kind of inspired me because I've been watching a whole bunch of them, and I just wanted to come on here and give my why is my why, my why. So uh, to start, I started this online business about a year and a half ago for a couple of reasons. One, I need a little bit of extra money. Who can't use a little extra money? I work in retail. I work pretty much a paycheck to paycheck kind of life. If I need to save up for something, I'm able to save up a little bit. So it's a little bit less than paycheck to paycheck, but pretty much I don't have a big savings. And retirement is looming. I turned 40 last year, and it just opens your eyes because that means there's not there's less years to go than there have been that you've been working. It feels like, anyways. And then my second reason is because I started this business with my mother, as a lot of you know, and Mom is retired, and in her retirement, she lives on her Canada pension. She didn't have a savings either, which is the same as me. And I watch Mom's retirement. She's happy, but doesn't get to do a lot of things that she wants to do. The big things, right? She does the things that she needs to do, the things that make her happy, which is great, and I have there's amazing respect for that. But things like giving up your car, which she's okay with, but you know, you now what? You have to figure out other transportations. So my why was I wanted to help my mom's retirement be a little bit more stable. And it has evolved from there as well, because that was the beginning. So in the fact that it has evolved uh, over the last year and a half, it got me thinking, why when how do I want to help my mom in her retirement? And it came down to more than just giving more money, more financial support to mom in her retirement. It was more to help mom um, by being there, by being available if something happens. And how can a person be available uh, on the spur of the moment if something happens when you're living a paycheck to paycheck life? That is really the deepest part of my why. Now, why is that my why? That's the question that we want to answer in this little go live. So, why do I want to make sure that I have a nest egg set aside in the case that I need to be there for my mom? I need to be there for myself. I need to be there for my siblings, anybody in particular. I just want to be able to have that security that I never really had. Um, and I've been working for many, many years, and I just never been able to save what I needed to save for that security. And I love what I do, so it was always hard for me to move from job to job to job, trying to move up, because I really love where I am usually, and I'd stay at a place for a long period of time, even though I didn't get paid great. I just loved it, so I would stay there, and I'd get complacent, and I'd get settle. I'd be happy with what I'm doing, and figure, you know what, it'll work out on its own in the end. And then time catches up with you. It just, you know, 40, I think, is one of those years where everybody just kind of goes, oh, my youth is kind of gone now. Now what? Now we have to look for the future. And it feels like it's too late, but it's not. It's never too late to uh, create a future for yourself. And why do I have that insecurity of not being able to save or not being able to move into something that will be a little bit more prosperous? Um, I don't know. It always comes down to how you were brought up, right? Like I grew up in a family, um, like when mom and dad were together back when I was young, uh, happy. I don't remember a lot because they split in when I was about 7 years old. Uh, and from 7 to about 13, I lived with my mom. Um, Mom's did her best. She was a single mother of three children, one of which was a teenager. And anybody who's raised a teenage daughter knows what it's like. Imagine that being a single mom. I can only imagine. I hear horror stories from my friends at work who have teenage daughters. I'm sure it was just tough on her. And Daniel and I were young children at the time as well. So she did what she could. She really did work hard uh, to provide for us, and providing for us was putting food on the table, putting a roof over our heads. But all those extra things that your friends get to do, go on vacation or go to Disneyland or uh, go to Chuck E. Cheese or things like that, that you always hear your friends talk about. We never really got to experience that. Our excitement would be when we drove to the big city, 30 miles or yeah, 30 miles away. We got to go to McDonald's, and Daniel and I got to share a Happy Meal. That was the exciting trip for us, right? So, uh, growing up, we didn't have a, a lot. We had abundance, but we didn't have a lot of stuff. Mom always made sure we had our favorite uh, action figure toys and things like that, which I was grateful for, and I always got excited for. But the all the extras I never really had. So I grew up like that in my adulthood. I always gave myself what I absolutely needed first, but the extras, they weren't important. So I have still never been to Disneyland. I have still never uh, done any crazy trips around the world, just because it wasn't as important as making sure that I'm happy in my home. And I am happy in my home. I have everything I need. I have my computers. I have my cell phone, and I have a nice TV to watch, and I have all the things that I need to be happy on a day-to-day basis. But those life experiences that you grow up and can have plug in those memories. The biggest memory I have is what was it, 2010. I went to San Francisco. That was my first really big vacation, and it's a fantastic memory. I can't say I'm a traveler because there was a lot of the time that I was like wishing to be back in my bed, but I really enjoyed the experience. And I would absolutely do it again, and I would love to do it again. Um, but I never really saved for those things, right? So um, that's kind of why my why is my why. I never really had the experiences growing up to be able to do all those extra things, and it just became complacent. And in my adulthood, I still desire that. I still want to go to Europe. I want to go to South America. I want to go to these different destinations. Traveling would be amazing, but it's not important. What's more important is being there for my family, being there if something, God forbid, does happen and I need to go to Victoria and take 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off from work. I don't have the funds in the bank account to be able to do that. So I needed to find a solution. And that's really why I thought that working in an online business in my spare time with my mother would be a fantastic opportunity for us to grow closer together, to make sure we had that cushion if that ever happened. And you know what? This summer, I ended up being able to take 2 months off of work for the first time in my whole adult life working. I took 2 months off. I wasn't stressed about it. And I was able to go and spend time with my mom, spend time with my brother on Vancouver Island. I was able to really de-stress from my day job and work on projects that give me passion. Um, as a lot of you know, I'm a makeup artist. I went to school to become a makeup artist. My passion in the makeup field is special makeup effects. So I like to make monsters. I like to create prosthetic makeups. That's what I really love to do. I don't really want to do that as work because it's just too much stress and it's creating other people's visions. And my vision is what gets me excited, right? So I would rather come up with an idea and create it for fun than do that for work. What I do for work in the makeup industry is beauty. Beauty is simple, and it's the pleasure, the pleasing that I get, or when I please somebody and make somebody feel better, that gives me joy. So that's why I do work in retail. But kind of got us off topic there. But yeah, I really wanted to be able to know that I had that security if I needed to take time off, right? I watched when my grandmother got sick. 2000, I think she got sick in 2004. Mom will be able to remember better than me, I think, because she passed in 2006. And nearing the end, Mom actually had to take time off of her business and go spend time every couple of months. She would go spend 2 weeks or a month, just making sure that our grandparents were taken care of. Thank goodness we have, or my mom has a sister, my aunt, who was able to be there almost every day for them. And that's fantastic. And I want to make sure that I am going to be able to do that when it's my turn. And that's why my why is my why. It's very important to me that I can give my part and be there for my parents, for my family. And it's just, as I get older, it's just hitting closer to home every day. I'm noticing myself, I'm starting to get medical issues. My brother's starting to get medical issues. Mom is very healthy, so I am very, very happy that her time is a long time away, but I just want to make sure that I'm able to do my part. And that is my why. That's why my why is my why. So I hope everybody feels inspired and enjoyed my little rant here. I got inspired from listening to everybody else's. And yeah, I'll sign off. We are doing this 10-day journey here. So every weekday for the next 2 weeks. Keep an eye open for us on here. If I'm not on here, Mom will be on here. We'll try to do a few together. And if I can come on days when Mom is on in the afternoon, if I can come on in the evening, I might. But I don't want to make that a promise yet because I haven't looked at my schedule yet. But we should be on here at either one of us or both of us every day, every weekday for the next 2 weeks. So I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. Bye now.